starting with fractions. Now what is a fraction? A fraction is part of a whole. For example, you have one big piece of chocolate, okay? And it has been divided into 9 pieces. Now this is one whole chocolate. And just say, if we have eaten 2 parts, okay? Eaten 2 parts. Now, you have eaten a certain amount, and to show that certain amount is, for example, you have eaten 2 parts out of 9, out of a whole. So what is a fraction? It means it is part of a fraction. And here, of the whole, you have eaten 2 parts out of 9 parts. So we can say that a fraction is part of a whole. Now, a fraction has 2 parts, one on top, one at the bottom, and that too has a name. Okay? So for example, I have written 4 upon 7. Now the top part has a different name, the bottom part also has a name. So the top part, 4, is known as the numerator. What is it known as? It is known as the numerator. And the bottom part is known as the, very good, some of you know, denominator. So we have a numerator and a denominator. 4 is the numerator and 7 is the denominator. And so, there are different types of fractions. We have unit fraction, which we are not going to. Unit fraction means, unit means 1. So, where the numerator, all the numerators are 1. And the denominator can be any number. For example, 1 upon 7, 1 upon 10, 1 upon 12. So, those are unit fraction. Now, let's go on to the second one. Okay? Like fraction. In like fraction, all the denominators are same, means the bottom one, the denominators. In like fraction, denominators are same. Okay? All the denominators are same. For example, 2 upon 12, 1 upon 12, 7 upon 12, and so on. So the denominators are same. There is no changes. So in unlike fraction, the denominators are different. Okay? So for example, 3 upon 4, 1 upon 7, 3 upon 9, 11 upon 13. So just see the difference here. In like fraction, all the denominators are same. 12, 12, 12. And the numerator can be any other number. Whereas in unlike fractions, the denominators are different. 3 upon 4, 1 upon 7, 3 upon 9, 11 upon 13. Okay, now let's go on to the main part that we are interested in. Now I have already told you the difference between like fractions and unlike fractions. Okay, so now we'll do proper fractions. In a proper fraction, the numerator, all the numerators are smaller. Okay? All the numerators are smaller than the denominators. The top part is known as the numerator, the bottom, denominators. So I'm just writing in short form here. Numerators are smaller than denominators. And those types of fractions are, it is same like unlike fraction only. Okay? 7 upon 9, 3 upon 4, or 7, 9 upon 13. So basically, proper and unlike fraction you may look at it, it looks the same, but these two types of fractions are different. Now here we have gone into another part where we are doing proper fraction, improper fraction, mixed fraction and equivalent fraction. So let's move to number 3. So proper fraction, improper fraction, the numerators are smaller than the denominators. 3 upon 4, 7 upon 9, 3 upon 7, 9 upon 13. So there's another type of fraction which is known as proper, improper. Now, proper has numerators which is smaller than the denominators. And improper is just the opposite of proper fractions. In improper fractions, the numerators are what? Smaller or bigger? Very good, bigger. So, numerators are bigger, or it can be the same. For example, 7 upon 5, it can be 6 upon 6, 9 upon 8. So here what we have is all the numerators are bigger than the denominators. In improper fraction, that is the case. In proper fraction, the numerators are small. Okay? And then next to the next fraction we have mixed number or mixed fraction. For this, let me explain now. Just say you have 2 sweets or 2 chocolates. Okay? Okay, you have 2 chocolates, and after some time, you have eaten half of that, the same year. So you have 1 chocolate left, and you have eaten half of this. So now, how much you have? You can say you have 1 chocolate, and then you have half chocolate. Okay? First, you had 2 chocolates, 2 bars of chocolate. After that, you ate half. And now, what remains with you? You have 1 whole chocolate, and you have half a chocolate. So, a mixed fraction has a whole number and a fraction. So, we can say that mixed numbers has a whole number and a fraction. So we can write this fraction like this. For example, we write 3 in the middle, put a line 1 upon 2. 4, 7 upon 8. Let's write one more. 10, 3 upon 4. So that's how we write mixed numbers. So what are mixed numbers? Mixed numbers has a whole number and a fraction. And they are written this way. This is the whole number, this is the fraction. This is the whole number, this is the fraction. This is the whole number and a fraction. So I hope you have understood that. And then we have equivalent fractions. Number 6. Equivalent fraction. Now let me show you with some diagrams. Okay, you had 1 chocolate, you had another chocolate, the same. Okay, the same piece. Just imagine the chocolates are of same size, or this is the same chocolate. Over here, you divided this, or you ate half. You divided this into 2. Here, you divided them into 4. In this, you divided them into 6. Here, you divided them into 8. Okay? And the same chocolate, you divided them into 10 parts. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. You bought a chocolate. You divided this into 2 parts. You divided this into how many? 4 parts, 6 parts, 8 parts, and 10 parts. It's the same chocolate. There's no difference. Same size. So we can say you ate half. So how much did you eat? 1/2. Now again, over here, if you eat 2 parts out of how many parts? 4 parts. 2 out of 4. So how many parts you have eaten? 2 parts. Okay? Here you ate 3 parts. How many parts did you eat? Out of 6 parts. Over here you ate 4 parts. Out of how many parts? 10 parts. Out of 8 parts. Here you ate 5 parts out of 10 parts. Now, it means that when it shows you, look at this half here. This half and this half is the same. Okay? This part that you're eating will be the same as this. This part that you have ate will be the same as this. This part, though it's longer, but it means that it is the same part as this. So they have different values, but they all mean the same. That is half. You have eaten half. You have eaten half. 2 upon 4, half. Out of 4 parts, when you eat 2, it is half. Out of 6 parts, when you eat 3, you have eaten half. Out of 8 parts, you have eaten 4, means you have eaten half. Out of 10 parts, if you have eaten 5, means you have eaten half. So these are known as equivalent fractions. Okay, I hope you have understood. So how do we write equivalent fractions? So for example, we have written 4 upon 5. Okay, so what we have to do is multiply 4 by 2. 4 1s are 4, 4 2s are 8. 5 2s are 10. Now 3 times 10. 4 3s are 12. 3 5s are 15. Now 4 times 4. 4 4s are 16. 4 5s are 20. 5 4s are 20. 5 5s are 25. That's how we write equivalent fraction. Means it is the same thing. Okay, like I showed you in the diagram. So all these fractions, when we learn reducing, I will show you then, when we reduce, all these fractions will have the same answer as this first one. 4 upon 5 will have the same value. So today we learned about fractions, and we learned that fractions is part of a whole. A fraction has 2 parts, the top part and the bottom part. The top part is known as the numerator, the bottom is the denominator. Then we did like fraction. In like fraction, the denominators are same. Okay, for example, 4 upon 10, 6 upon 10, 1 upon 10, all the denominators are same. Then we did unlike fraction, where the denominators are different. 3 upon 4, 5 upon 8, 12 upon 13. So all the denominators are different. Then we did proper fraction. Proper fraction, the numerators are smaller than the denominators. 3 upon 7, 2 upon 5, 4 upon 9. All the denominators different, but the numerators are smaller than the denominators. So that's a proper fraction. Means the numerators are smaller than the denominators. Then we did improper fraction. And improper fraction, the numerators are bigger than the denominators. 7 upon 4, 8 upon 3, 9 upon 5. Then we did mixed fraction. In a mixed fraction, it has a whole number and a fraction, where I showed you with drawings that you have two whole bars of chocolate and you eat one. First it was a whole number, 2 whole. Then you ate one, half was there. So how do you write in a fraction? 1 upon 2. So the 1 is the whole number, the other one is the fraction. And then we did equivalent fraction, where we write different types of fraction, but it has the same value. So children, later on I will be giving you some work. Please copy it into your exercise book. So see you till the next class, and bye.